Chapter 29. Virtues of Madinah. Chapter 1. Haram, Sanctuary of Al-Madinah. Narrated Anas. The Prophet said, Medina is a sanctuary from that place to that. Its trees should not be cut, and no heresy should be innovated, nor any sin should be committed in it. And whoever innovates in it an heresy or commits sins, bad deeds, then he will incur the curse of Allah, the angels and all the people. See Hadith number 409, volume 9. Narrated Anas. The Prophet came to Medina and ordered a mosque to be built and said, O Bani Najjar, suggest to me the price of your land. They said, We do not want its price except from Allah. Yet they wished for a reward from Allah for giving up the land freely. So the Prophet ordered the graves of the pagans to be dug out and the land to be leveled, and the date palm trees to be cut down. The cut date palms were fixed in the direction of the Qibla of the mosque. Narrated Abu Huraira. The Prophet said, I have made Medina a sanctuary between its two Harat mountains. The Prophet went to the tribe of Bani Haritha and said to them, I see that you have gone out of the sanctuary, but looking around he added, No, you are inside the sanctuary. Narrated Ali. We have nothing except the Book of Allah and this written paper from the Prophet, wherein is written. Medina is a sanctuary from the air mountain to such and such a place, and whoever innovates in it an heresy or commits a sin or gives shelter to such an innovator in it will incur the curse of Allah, the angels and all the people. None of his compulsory or optional good deeds or worship will be accepted, and the asylum or protection granted by any Muslim is to be secured, respected by all the other Muslims. And whoever betrays a Muslim in this respect incurs the curse of Allah, the angels and all the people, and none of his compulsory or optional good deeds of worship will be accepted, and whoever freed slave befriends, take as the masters other than his manumitters without their permission incurs the curse of Allah, the angels and all the people, and none of his compulsory or optional good deeds of worship will be accepted. Chapter 2. Superiority of Al-Madinah. It expels evil persons. Narrated Abu Huraira. Allah's Messenger said, I was ordered to migrate to a town which will conquer other towns, and is called Yathrib, and that is Medina. And it turns out bad persons as a furnace removes the impurities of iron. Chapter 3. Al-Madinah is also called Taba. Narrated Abu Humayd. We came with the Prophet from Tabuk, and when we reached near Medina, the Prophet said, This is Taba. Chapter 4. The two mountains of Al-Madinah. Narrated Abu Huraira. If I saw deers grazing in Medina, I would not chase them, for Allah's Messenger said, Medina is a sanctuary between its two mountains. Chapter 5. The one who avoids living in Al-Madinah. Narrated Abu Huraira. I heard Allah's Messenger saying, The people will leave Medina in spite of the best state it will have, and none except the wild birds or the beasts of prey will live in it. And the last persons who will die will be two shepherds from the tribe of Musaina, who will be driving their sheep towards Medina, but will find nobody in it. And when they reach the valley of Taniyat al-Wada, they will fall down on their faces dead. Narrated Sufyan b. Abu Suhair. I heard Allah's Messenger saying, Yemen will be conquered, and some people will migrate from Medina and will urge their families, and those who will obey them to migrate to Yemen, although Medina will be better for them. If they but knew, Sham will also be conquered, and some people will migrate from Medina and will urge their families, and those who will obey them, to migrate to Sham, although Medina will be better for them. If they but knew, Iraq will be conquered, and some people will migrate from Medina, and will urge their families, and those who will obey them to migrate to Iraq, although Medina will be better for them, if they but knew. Chapter 6. Iman, belief, returns and goes back to Al-Medina. Narrated Abu Huraira. Allah's Messenger said, Verily, belief returns and goes back to Medina, as a snake returns and goes back to its hole when in danger. Chapter 7. Sin of that person who harms the people of Al-Medina. Narrated Sa'd. I heard a prophet saying, None plots against the people of Medina, but that he will be destroyed like the salt is dissolved in water. Chapter 8. The high buildings of Al-Medina. Narrated Usama. Once the prophet stood at the top of a looked out from upon one castle amongst the castles, or the high buildings of Medina, and said, Do you see what I see? No doubt, I see the spots where afflictions will take place among your houses, and those afflictions will be as numerous as the spots where raindrops fall. Chapter 9. Al-Dajjal will not be able to enter Al-Medina. Narrated Abu Bakr. The Prophet said, The terror caused by Al-Masih Al-Dajjal will not enter Medina, and at that time Medina will have 7 gates, and there will be 2 angels at each gate guarding them. Narrated Abu Huraira. Allah's Messenger said, There are angels guarding the entrances or roads of Medina. Neither plague nor Ad-Dajjal will be able to enter it. Narrated Anas bin Malik. The Prophet said, There will be no town which Ad-Dajjal will not enter except Mecca and Medina, and there will be no entrance road of both Mecca and Medina, but the angels will be standing in rows guarding it against him, and then Medina will shake with its inhabitants thrice. 3 earthquakes will take place, and Allah will expel all the non-believers and the hypocrites from it. Narrated Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. Allah's Messenger told us a long narrative about Ad-Dajjal, and among the many things he mentioned was his saying, Ad-Dajjal will come, and it will be forbidden for him to pass through the entrances of Medina. He will land in some of the salty, barren areas outside Medina. On that day, the best man or one of the best men will come up to him and say, I testify that you are the same Dajjal whose description was given to us by Allah's Messenger. Ad-Dajjal will say to the people, If I kill this man and bring him back to life again, will you doubt my claim? They will say, No. Then Ad-Dajjal will kill that man and bring him back to life. That man will say, Now I know your reality better than before. Ad-Dajjal will say, I want to kill him, but I cannot. Chapter 10. Al-Madinah expels all the evil and bad persons. Narrated Jabir. A Bedouin came to the Prophet and gave a pledge of allegiance for embracing Islam. The next day he came with fever and said to the Prophet, Please cancel my pledge of embracing Islam and of emigrating to Medina. The Prophet refused that request 3 times and said, Medina is like a furnace. It expels out the impurities, bad persons, and selects the good ones and makes them perfect. Narrated Zayd bin Thabit. When the Prophet went out for the battle of Uhud, some of his companions, hypocrites, returned home. A party of the believers remarked that they would kill those hypocrites who had returned, but another party said that they will not kill them. So this divine inspiration was revealed. Then, what is the matter with you that you are divided into 2 parties concerning the hypocrites? 488. The Prophet said, Medina expels the bad persons from it, as fire expels the impurities of iron. Chapter 10. Narrated Anas. The Prophet said, O Allah, bestow on Medina twice the blessings you bestowed on Mecca. Narrated Anas. Whenever the Prophet returned from a journey and observed the walls of Medina, he would make his mount go fast, and if he was on an animal, a horse, he will make it gallop because of his love for Medina. Chapter 11. The dislike of the Prophet saws that Al-Madinah should be vacated. Narrated Anas. The people of Bani Salama intended to shift near the mosque of the Prophet, but Allah's Messenger disliked to see Medina vacated and said, O the people of Bani Salama, don't you think that you will be rewarded for your footsteps, which you take towards the mosque? So they stayed at their old places. Chapter 12. Narrated Abu Huraira. The Prophet said, There is a garden from the gardens of paradise between my house and my pulpit, and my pulpit is on my lake font Al-Kawthar. Narrated Aisha. When Allah's Messenger reached Medina, Abu Bakr and Bilal became ill. When Abu Bakr's fever got worse, he would recite this poetic verse, Everybody is staying alive with his people, yet death is nearer to him than his shoelaces. And Bilal, when his fever deserted him, would recite, Would that I could stay overnight in a valley wherein I will be surrounded by idkir and jalil, kinds of good-smelling grass. Would that one day I could drink the water of the Majana, and would that the 2 mountains, Shama and Tafil, would appear to me. The Prophet said, O Allah, curse Shayba bin Rabi'a and Utbah bin Rabi'a and Umayyah bin Khalaf as they turned us out of our land to the land of epidemics. Allah's Messenger then said, O Allah, make us love Medina as we love Mecca, or even more than that. O Allah, give blessings in our sa and our mud, measures symbolizing food, and make the climate of Medina suitable for us, and divert its fever towards Al-Jufa. Aisha added, When we reached Medina, it was the most unhealthy of Allah's lands, and the valley of Batan, the valley of Medina, used to flow with impure colored water. Narrated Zayd bin Aslam from his father. Umar said, O Allah, grant me martyrdom in your cause, and let my death be in the city of your apostle.